Oh, I've just got in from work. Been singing at the Golden Coast Holiday Park in Woolacombe, Devon. Uh, they've actually logged me onto the internet this time, and they've put me in a smashing little lodge cottage, which a little bit bittersweet. Spent some lovely times this summer down in Woolacombe. It's always tricky with Devon. Devon is where I had my initial breakdown at the beginning of the diaries. I always kind of like, it's a challenge. I love it coming down here. Every time I come down here, I can feel myself getting stronger, more positive, but it's just a little bit tricky on occasion still. I'm a lot more positive and things happen. I had a most weird weekend. I was working, singing in South Wales in England, and on the way down, I got two punctures. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm stuffed. I was thinking, oh, I'm never going to get to my club to work. So, but you know, things happen and they teach you things, and to be more grateful and more positive. And if they don't, I have a friend who points out the value of positivity quite a lot to me at the moment. In fact, it gets quite cross if I'm not positive. Can't be positive all the time, can you, when you're heartbroken and broken down? For goodness sakes. Um, but it's very nice to be told off sometimes, occasionally when you need it, by somebody who you don't mind taking it off. Luckily, I've got some very good friends. But going back to the point, I broke down for the second time, so I'd got no more spare tyres left or anything like that. And this family just took me in, helped me call the RAC, took me into their home, an amazing home, masses of land, made me a drink, gave me a couple of biscuits, which, although weren't on my diet, were very welcome. I was depressed. But they were lovely. They kept me there, wouldn't let me go out, kept me there until the RAC came. The RAC man was a lovely young man called Barry, whose little boy has got muscular dystrophy. And he was lovely. He went out of his way to make sure I was safe, to get me to my club on time with the car and the trailer, and told me he would come back for me on the Sunday. The RAC would come back for me on the Sunday and help me sort the tyres out. So I got to my venue. I was able to do the night. And then I was going to sleep in the car, because obviously with two wheels down you can't go anywhere, so I always carry a pillow and a blanket in the car. So I was going to sleep, and it was very cold. I was dreading it, but I thought, well, there's nowhere for me to go. And this lovely Welsh lady called Doreen, she refused to let me sleep in the car. "You're not bloody sleeping in that car," she says. "It's too bloody cold," she says. "You're coming back to my house." And so she frog marched me down to her flat, and she looked after me as I was in a 5-star hotel. She was an earthbound angel. That's all I can describe her as. She mothered me and looked after me. She made me have a shower. She made me breakfast in the morning. She made me Sunday lunch before I went back to work, while I was out getting the tyres fixed with the RAC. And she wouldn't take a penny off me at all. So got her a card and a big bunch of flowers, and I've just sent her a card, and I've just sent the people who helped me a card. And the little boy with muscular dystrophy, I think the next time I'm working in South Wales, I'm going to enlist all my friends who live in Wales, and I've got some wonderful friends there. We should put on a concert to raise some money for that little boy. We all have the gifts in which to do some good, and we should do that, really should. And in these lessons, even though it's tricky and it's stressful and it seems initially negative, there are some very positive outcomes, I think. I feel much more positive at the moment anyway. I feel very blessed to have the people in my life. I have some challenges ahead which are not going to be easy, but and I've had some I don't know, just some wonderful people come into my life through the Froglet Diaries from abroad and on Facebook, and one very interesting situation arising. I'm not sure I'm handling it very well, but I'm really up for handling it, which is a huge change for me in the right direction. We shall see. We shall see if I go the way I want to go, healthy, happy, being a person who has higher self-esteem and more confidence again. I used to have it, and now I'm on my way back to having it. So we shall see. But you know, life has a strange way of teaching you, and all I can say is this weekend I have benefited from the struggles I've had rather than thinking that they were something awful. It's nice to see beautiful people still exist on this planet. Thank you to all three of them.